Hi, this is Jack, and I'm speaking about shapeshifting, or morphing, which is basically the same thing. So the Anunnaki were the race that had the ability to shapeshift. Now you're probably asking, what is shapeshifting exactly, and how exactly did they have the ability to do that? Okay. It exists within the DNA essence of beings. Okay, here on Earth, human beings' DNA was programmed to manifest and consist of only one manifested expression as the picture you present as yourself. Now remember, this reality that you see actually exists within the program of yourself in your DNA. This, what you see here, doesn't really exist. It is a program. And human beings, what you see, who you speak to, what you speak to, is all programmed within your DNA, within each other's DNA. And in terms of why you see everyone and everything, that's connected to the unconscious mind, where the unconscious mind is that which connects the DNA of all of humanity to see what everyone else sees. So together, you'll see what each other sees. That's why a baby sees his parents and whatever the parents see, because of the DNA programming through the unconscious mind that connects and interconnects all of humanity, which is referred to also as the unified consciousness field. The unified consciousness field is the actual holographic projection that has been implanted and programmed within the DNA of all of humanity within the physical body. So, in terms of human beings only have one form or one expression, and only able to remain that way is because it was programmed within the DNA. What is shapeshifting? Shapeshifting is within the DNA. There is a expression of having the ability to manifest and project and present yourself in any way you perceive yourself to want to. In other words, Anu had the ability, he had access to his DNA as him. In other words, his DNA, in terms of who he is, were one. So if he basically then reprogrammed his own DNA. Yes, interdimensional beings also had a DNA essence. But I wouldn't say it was like as DNA. DNA was mere the manifested expression of what is DNA? How am I able to place DNA into perspective? So in terms of the interdimensional beings, everything of them was one. They basically took strands and stuff in terms of what they consist of and what Anu and them consist of, and placed it and manifested as one singular point within human beings. So whatever parts human beings consist of, which is your physical body, each organ, your eyes, your brain, the DNA, the RNA, the blood vessels, everything is parts of the entirety of what Anu and them consisted of, and other interdimensional beings. So Anu as him, through his interdimensional abilities, had the ability to reprogram his DNA in a moment to be able to present himself as whatever he desired to, which is called shapeshifting or morphing. So, but I wouldn't call that it was his DNA. I'd say it's the point of his origin of where he exists from. Your foundation. Your foundation, many beings believe, of the birthing or the expression of life is somewhere, God knows where. I don't know how many religions or faiths or beliefs say where the hell it is, somewhere out there, somewhere, etc. When actually the origin of life is within the DNA, which is the foundation of self, is where you stand from. That's where you are. That's where you stand from, is the DNA within you. And that foundation of you as a mind consciousness system, people hear me, it's not you as who you are, has been designed from that foundation point within the DNA, okay, which is manifested you as the projection you are from DNA within you, which is actually sound manifestation. So I'd say there's going to become a great, huge, big surprise when human beings start actually waking up and realizing who they are, and that they're not this mind consciousness system placed within them, which is all of that they are, meaning this entire world is of a mind consciousness system projection that have been programmed within the DNA of human beings. Now that would be interesting. Human beings don't try and figure it out. Scientists, philosophers, whatever. I'll see if I shall reveal the secret in my interviews, depending on if you are ready to. And I shall make that assessment as I continue. Thank you very much. This is Jack. So you understand shapeshifting? It is merely a moment reprogramming of self-expression through sound in its entirety. No limitation. So human beings are limited from the perspective that all of you is separated. So not one at all. Yet you're able to stand as one within you as you. But that's still not the answer. Okay. This is Jack. Thank you very much.